retrospective show. For a retrospective show. The horror retrospective show. Hello, I know I haven't vlogged in a while, an honest vlog. I don't have anything video or movie related today, so no unboxings or anything like that. I basically just have a quick question, something I'm trying to understand that I'm honestly struggling because I've never really encountered this before and I just don't know how to rationalize it, so it's in my nature to question and try to analyze things that I really don't understand. So my basic question is, has anyone ever encountered sort of the stereotypical girly type or, you know, cheerleader or prom queen type person who claims to be a horror enthusiast, but they're just a bit odd or awkward about it, sort of very squeamish, whereas most horror films usually embrace the carnage, the gore, the torture scenes. They usually just sort of, they're very childlike about it. They shield their eyes, they squeal, they yell, it's gross. And it always makes me wonder, well, why the devil are you watching this? You don't seem to enjoy it, but you say you like horror films. And I'm not trying to stereotype, I've just never really encountered people that behave this way. I've observed it a couple of times and it just confuses me. So I'm just wondering, I don't know if anybody out there watching this happens to be this way, or if anyone watching this has ever known anyone that acts this way. If you can, I guess, help me understand. I don't know if it's maybe the fact that you've never watched horror films before, it's something you're barely getting into, so maybe it's something you're not used to, or, you know, maybe you are just, you know, very sensitive, but you still appreciate, I guess, darker themed type stories. So that is my basic question. I'm not trying to come off as stereotypical or judgmental on this. I'm just honestly trying to understand this. I've run across a couple of people on just very limited occasions, and my initial reaction, because I'd never met anybody like this, was, what the f***? I know it's very rude, but I've just never met anyone that behaves that way, and that was my initial reaction, is you don't look like you're enjoying this. I'm not saying you don't look like somebody that would watch this. I'm saying you don't look like you're enjoying watching this. You seem to be complaining rather than actually enjoying the film. So that's my basic question. I've tried to get feedback on some of my other forums. I haven't really had much luck. I know YouTube is a much larger community, and I'm just wondering if maybe somebody could help answer these questions or help me understand. So I don't know, I'm just looking for various perspectives, basically, is what I'm trying to get at, just to help me understand this, because to me it's just sort of a rare phenomenon, I guess, or I guess taking the guy stance. It's kind of like when men look at women and stereotypically just assume, oh, you like horror films? Women aren't supposed to like things like that. You know, there's all sorts of people in the world. So that's basically where I'm trying to come from, is I'm trying to understand where, if you are the type of person that, you know, you are squeamish and you yell and scream during horror films, what is it about the movies that interests you? Once again, I'm not trying to be judgmental. It's just, I've always been, you know, a gore fanatic, even as a child. So I'm just trying to understand, what is it that got you into horror films, or what is the appeal for you? That's basically my question. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm not being judgmental. I apologize if I come off that way. I'm basically just looking for perspective